This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
My name is Lily, and I've had hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, for years. I finally found some relief since taking Cosentyx. Relief means I can show up more.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
In that cash talk, walk in the booth like Naomi on the catwalk, and tell them bitches whoop whoop from the Jaguar. It ain't even right though. Push me and I might go. She ain't getting money. I'm like, what the fuck the hype for? When them bitches bite flow, make my appetite go poof, gone. Voila, magic. Looking mad good just to pull up on them rampant.
Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged and Immoral. I'm Mecca.
And I'm Jamila.
And I don't know. It's just Monday. It's a Monday that feels like a Monday.
It's really rainy in Georgia. Has it been raining a lot in Texas?
It rained so bad this morning. I woke up and I worked out. But it's sunny now where it's like 10:30.
It's been raining nonstop. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, let's go ahead and stop it. And then on top of that, because it's been so rainy, it's been so incredibly muggy and humid, nasty, hot, sticky. And the mosquitoes. Oh my fucking God. I feel like I'm in a fucking swamp. Every time I walk outside, I'm getting towed up. Like, I'm literally getting towed up. I don't even like to go outside. The mosquitoes are running rampant. And on top of that, I have skipped getting my grass cut this week, which was a mistake. It's how much it's fucking rained. So my grass is tall. I feel like there's snakes, fucking ants, and goddamn mosquitoes. Like, it's just too fucking much.
You can't even play them games in the South in the summertime. My gardener just came, when we got back from LA and my grass was high because it had been raining. I said, oh, Mr. Pedro, please come. Please.
I will be calling that boy back very soon to come get all this shit out because I'm like, damn, it grew so fast.
I can't lie. I've never been more thankful for the humidity, though, because that dry heat in LA was whipping my ass. Like,
really?
I have dry skin. And the one thing that I know, like, I can't go back and forth from the different climate types. Cause you know that California heat is like dehydrated SpongeBob. Like,
I enjoyed it.
It was, I mean, I can see
it
how.
Feels breathable.
Really? I feel like
it feels breathable.
I do see what you're saying. I vividly remember when I stepped off the plane from Hampton out of the airport, when I mean like in Norfolk, like I've never been in humidity like that up until that point. And I was 18. And the way I stepped out and felt like I was suffocating. And I was like, Mom, it feels like I was in the steamy shower.
Plastic bag.
Yeah. I was like, I remember being like, what the fuck? Now I have an appreciation for both like humid and dry heat, but I know that I cannot be switching back and forth at all.
Yeah. And it's like, you would think I would be used to humidity by now. I mean, I've spent pretty much my entire life living in humid climates, but it's just so suffocating at sometimes. And like, I hate the feeling of being like sticky and moist. You already know I hate wetness. So like the moistness,
contextual wetness. I didn't even consider humidity.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I hate it on my skin.
I take the opportunity because when it's moist and it's humid, that's when all your body smells come out, like your pheromones. So first of all, this is, if you're in Texas, you already know I'm talking about in the summertime. If you go outside, you got to make sure you shower really well so that like you're not musty. But some about hello? Hello?
Because it gets real rank.
What Gigi say? We need them deodorants with the chemicals. I need
need
chemicals.
every bit of
the
chemical
aluminum
immediately.
down. But
Do not walk around in this hot ass heat with no natural bullshit under them pits.
Please.
You're musty and you stink.
Please, Erica Badu, not right now. We cannot do that right now. I damn near want to tell the girls, shave your armpits because that hair holds that smell. Like, you just can't play certain games. So
I know we trying to be girl power, go. Shave them pits.
But
Niggas
one thing I hate is a funky bitch and a funky nigga. I can't give no power
I like
to no
when the boys shave them pits. I love when the boys shave their pits. I hate a hairy ass pit.
Really?
I don't like when the boys have armpit hair. I know most of them do, but I love when they shave and it's just a ball. Like, we just pit to pit. We could just scissor our pits.
I know boys who used to purposely in the summertime in California too shave it or at least trim it just because it's like the stench. But also when you spray some perfume and your body's moist and it's just like, that's when the niggas be walking past you like, oh, you smell so good. Like, oh, I know. It's just, and you be glistening.
Strong.
It gets real strong.
It's mixing in with that natural musk.
With that natural musk and pheromones, that primal. Like, these are cheat codes. And then you get you some glitter. So it's like you moist, but then you have the spray. It's just the summertime and you get your little fan. Did you see the TikTok of the girl who was like, this is my impression of girls at the club with the fan? And she was like, that really is so Houston in the summertime coded, like moist, glitter, perfume, fan. I'm in the club. I'm in the club, child. I'm not even gonna lie. Moving to Houston was really why I stopped wearing wigs in the summertime. This will be the first summer.
I don't know how the girls do it. I want to walk like this in the summertime. Get off me.
Hello.
Don't touch me. Mind you, I like the heat. I am a heat loving ass bitch. I like to be out in the sun, and just feel the rays on my skin.
Mm-hmm.
I love the summertime, but there comes a point in the summertime where it's too motherfucking hot, and you be like, "It's hot,
it's hot."
Where your face just be like this the whole day. Just,
do y'all want to go here? No. If it's not to the pool, don't invite me. If it's not to the pool, it be hot. And the club
where you have to sit your ass down and not move and think and don't even speak too goddamn loud.
Child, in the summertime, my AC bill, I be paying Reliant they little bitch ass money. Child, I ain't gonna play with them. Turn it up. It needs to be on. And the thing about Houston, what I've seen when we go on trips and stuff during this time of year, I can't even play and turn my air off because it be getting so hot in the house.
Can't.
No.
And that's how your energy bill gets fucked up. Bitch, you have to re-cool the whole ass house.
That makes sense. But outside of that, fuck that. Not fuck the money, but fuck that. I did that and came back from Atlanta and I had bugs in my house because it was so like it was so humid. It felt like outside in the house.
It's an ecosystem.
I said, what the fuck?
All type of shit, bacteria.
I said, hell
mold.
No. Yeah. No, I'm not even joking.
Not safe. Not safe to do that.
You need to keep the air on. You cannot leave. You got to keep the air on in Houston. It's not even
that bitch on auto. Set you a good temperature. If you're hot, turn the temperature down. If you're cold, leave it at 70. Trust me. Don't you turn it up any more than 70 during the summertime. You're going to fucking bake and die. Just put you on little pants.
I'm not going to hold you though. I knew it was summertime for real, because I was driving in my neighborhood and I seen the niggas outside on horses in the street like they cars. And I said, my God, the weather is nice. And I mean in wife beaters and true religion jorts. I said, yep.
I knew it was summer when I heard the slingshots and cat daddy motorcycles from afar playing Maze and Frankie Beverly.
Wait, what Drewski do? Boom, when he lifted his whole butt cheek up. Boom. Drewski is so fucking funny.
Summertime and the living is ye. I love it. Like, yes, the kids are playing outside.
Yes.
It's just, I love the summer. It's just like, yes.
I kind of like being older in the summer now because the way I want the summer is so different. Like I want to really relax. Like I feel like I'm really enjoying. I had fun when I was a kid. Like even though like how you go through summers in different stages. So when you're a kid, like it's outside, it's bikes, it's no school. Like summer is exciting in that way. Then when you get to be a young adult, early 20s, you like, oh, we outside as fuck. No college, no school. Like we outside. Da, da, da. Now it's like over 25 plus, close to 30. It's like, okay, we go relax. I be doing shit like buying day passes for what's that hotel? Is it the Marriott? I can't remember what the name of that hotel is. The one where the pool shaped like Texas, they got the lagoon. You know, you could buy day passes, go sit up there and be by the pool. I be doing shit like that. Oh, let's go to the spa. Oh,
I really enjoy it as an adult, specifically in Atlanta, because Atlanta, if you know, baby. Atlanta in the summertime.
I really want to go to Chicago. Last year I went to Chicago in the summertime. Amazing.
Yes, Chicago's on my list of cities to visit and to travel to. I've heard nothing but great things about it. So hopefully I can definitely make my mark in Chicago at some point. But baby, Atlanta in the summertime, it's event after event after event. It's so much to do in Atlanta in the summer. Like, I'm not even joking. Every single week, if you want to be booked up, bitch, you can, because it's just that much stuff going on. Like, I really can't wait to just do all of the Atlanta activities and just be out. Like, I didn't really go out a lot and do a lot of events in my early 20s because you have to think early 20s, I was either broke, pregnant, COVID, broke, you know what I'm saying? So all those things, it's like,
Child, the way I didn't let being broke stop me from doing nothing. But that was in my prime time. I'm getting money out of nigga phase. So even though I was broke, I was never broke. Because one thing I would do was ask a nigga for some money. I've been up and I've been down. But one thing I'd have never minded doing, hey baby.
That's crazy.
Hey baby. Hey
You're
baby.
insane.
I was outside.
Send me 150 real quick.
Right. Babe, I want to go to this. I just did it. I just did it the other day.
Oh my God. I
literally.
cannot fix. I don't think I've ever, I just cannot fix my mouth to ask a man for money. Really, I can't even fix my mouth to ask a man for anything. It's something that I feel like would die inside me.
Really? I feel like something was alive inside of me. But
I just can't do it. Like I don't know. It's just it ain't in me. I can't.
What was so fun about early 20s though, me and Sabrina, we a two-piece. When we would go outside, no money, just a 20 in gloss, just to cover. We didn't even think we had to get to the club, but just in case, we had a 20. And the whole like idea of meeting niggas so that they can buy us drinks. Like it was really like we had made it such a game, and it was a fun game between us. Like, ooh, like who which one will go pay our way tonight? Like that's what I miss. And you know what's like what makes you mature with what's maturation? I don't even find that as that fun no more. You get what I'm saying? Like a nigga talk to me too much, please. Get away from me.
Yeah, nah, I can't even focus too much when I go out because it's like, Lord knows, y'all know how I get, baby. I'm going to have a good time.
Lord knows I can buy my own drinks nowadays. Bitch, stop talking to me.
Whole time I'm going there just to judge the DJ. Make a mistake if you want to.
And that's the other thing. I'd be there. I was always dancing. Like we were always cutting the rug. But now I'm really there to just, I just want to dance. Especially now that, if you go to Chicago, you have to hit Kusi. She has all the good house parties, like for house music.
Oh,
I love house parties because I don't even know if that's what the house heads call them, but I love those type of parties because they are strictly about dancing. Like strictly.
My people.
You're gonna go. Yeah, you're gonna go to a party based in house music, and them niggas are like if you're standing around, you look like the weirdo. There's none of that. I enjoy those. We have one. I don't know when the next one is, but it's called Physical Therapy. Like that's the name of the party. And at one point they were throwing them like every other month, and it was just straight house music, straight vibes. So fucking fun, bro.
That's just, I feel like something happens to me when I'm out and I hear good music. It's impossible for me to stand still. Like I might even close my eyes. I just feel like I'm so free when I'm out and I'm listening to music and I have a little cocktail in my hand. Mind you, the cocktail is there for decoration. Sometimes I just need something in my hand because y'all know me. A couple sips and I'm done.
Child, just feel like
And,
Norbit with that wine cooler.
Yeah, exactly. Just dancing and just moving and grooving and laughing and
Yeah.
it feels so good. I can't wait for the next moment I get to do that. Like I live. Happy summer.
Happy summer, y'all.
We're going to take a break. And we're back.
Let's talk about defining moments.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa just gave us the name. I don't remember. Something about a mirror.
Sliding
glass theory?
Or open glass door.
Open glass door.
I said sliding glass moment.
Okay.
Close.
Glass something, child. Just the glass, the looking glass. And it's basically when you make a decision that could change your life. Like if you look back, there are decisions we've made that, dang, if I hadn't made that decision, things would be completely different for me. Mm-hmm. Like, what is your sliding glass moment, Jamila? I mean, we all have so many, but what's one that you can think of off the top of your head?
My life is nothing but sliding glass, honestly and truly. But I think that one of the most defining things is actually the decision from my parents to leave Texas and move to Georgia. That changed the trajectory of not only my life, but my entire family life, honestly. Mm-hmm. It just completely changed everything. We look back at that all the time and talk about how drastically that really affected my family, but not just my immediate family, my full family that lived in Texas as well.
Oh,
because there were so many, pieces of the puzzle that just happened. And, when you make one decision, others follow. It's the domino effect. So, we left because of Hurricane Rita. And I say this all the time. I have to give you guys a full detailed story time about all that is Rita and the evacuation. It's intense, but not now because it's going to take a while. But because we left because of a hurricane, it was just such a catalyst for so many other different things. Like me and my siblings changed. My brother pretty much was not even raised in Beaumont, Texas. So his memories are almost just all of Georgia. And so me and Jazz always talk about like, what would we have been if we would have stayed in Beaumont, Texas? Noah would have been 18. Noah would have been 18 with a sibling. I don't know what I would have been. And it's not to like talk down on Beaumont. It's just, it is what it is.
Teenage
like,
mom.
I know I would have been.
You was fast. You done told us that.
I was. And I felt like it would have been easier to be fast in Beaumont as opposed to in Georgia because Beaumont is still very much segregated-ish. So it's like I would have been surrounded by nothing but Black kids. And so I think I would have got more play. In Georgia, it was very, mixy. I wasn't getting no play like that. Mm-hmm. The Black boys wanted the white girls and, all these other things.
Do you think because your family, though, because your family was in Beaumont, you would have been able to run around a little bit more, though? That's what I'm thinking.
My parents were still very strict in Beaumont, honestly. And that was a critique that a lot of people gave to my parents is that they were too strict with us. Because even with my family, like my family wasn't just immediately safe.
Yeah.
They was buck wild too. So it wasn't just like I could run the streets like that. But I think at some point, no matter what, my parents would have just relinquished some of their hold as we became teenagers. And that's when shit would have got, And then you have to think about the time period in which I was a teenager. I was a teenager from 2009 to 2014. Mm-hmm. Baby in Beaumont, Texas. Oh, bitch.
Yeah.
Listen, I would have been buck wild. I would have been.
You know what? Yeah. I feel like I be having glass door, but also invisible string theory. Do you know what that one is?
No. Wait, that's when you meet somebody and then you meet somebody later, like, I was supposed to meet you or something like that?
Yeah, but I feel like it's like with a place because I'm looking at like how I'm gearing up to split time between Houston and Atlanta. And mind you, this will be the third time like I've tried to move to Atlanta. Because the first time, if anything about me in college, we ended up going to Hampton, but my first choice was Spelman. Spelman didn't have my major. And I had always told my family from the time I was in middle school, because my godparents lived in, not Atlanta, Lithonia, but not Atlanta, but it was still Atlanta. So I was like, oh, I'm moving to Atlanta. Like for all high school, I'm moving to Atlanta. Then it was like all of a sudden, okay, I'm not moving to Atlanta. Then pandemic comes. I'm trying to figure out I'm finna leave Baltimore. I ended up moving to Houston because of Jamila's sister, because I was going to move to Atlanta. But then Jazz was like, well, come visit Houston. It might be more your vibe. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is definitely my vibe. And so then it was like, when y'all were like, okay, well, can you move to Atlanta? And I was like, well, I don't want to move completely, but I'll split time. I was sitting there like, dang, like Atlanta been trying to get me for 10 years at this point.
Atlanta calling your name.
Atlanta been calling. I've been like, hang up on you.
There's a nigga here or something.
A nigga in Atlanta for me?
There's a nigga in Atlanta for everybody.
Well, I cannot disagree with you there, sister. I cannot.
They for everybody. What Cash Doll say?
Please.
Ciao.
I do definitely think another invisible door that I think is when I decide to move to Baltimore. I definitely think had I not moved to Baltimore, my life had become so completely different. Like, because that was me being like, okay, bye, guys. And I didn't have no family there. I didn't have I was just outside. So it's like I either would have stayed home, ended up going to Atlanta, ended up staying in Hampton. Like my choices would have been not. I don't think I would have ended up in Houston. That's what I'm trying to say. I think had I not went to Baltimore, I would have for sure had been in Atlanta by now.
Yeah. It's like every decision influences your later decisions without you even recognizing or knowing it. It's like you don't even have the thought process of this is going to have this outcome 15 years later. Like there's just no way you could know how these small decisions would impact you later. But when you look back, you'd be like, bitch, if I never would have did this and I never would have did that and that and this and this and that. Whoa.
I can't lie though. I'm so happy I got my heart broke in my early 20s. Because watching the girls get their heart broke at 29, I really do be feeling for them. Your first heartbreak at 29 is crazy because you can't fuck off because like you'll actually fuck your life up. But it's like, I understand how you feel, sister, but unfortunately you can't crash.
Yeah. You can't afford to.
You can't afford to crash out. Like, that's why I'm like, yo,
gotta dust yourself off.
Please get your feelings hurt pre-24. I'm not even saying pre-25. You got to get that shit done before 24 so you can crash out and still have something to like fall. Like your parents can help you. You might be like you can crash out and it's still, you can recover.
So do you think you're never going to have another heartbreak?
Well, I have an avoidant attachment style. So that would not be possible at this point.
I don't feel anything these days, so no.
I have no feelings. So I'm very good at compartmentalization. My trauma has dug itself so deep in me that I simply bury feelings. I don't think I will ever go through.
If you feel like you're never going to feel any heartbreak, are you ever going to feel true love? Now this
well,
is a
yes,
session.
I feel all love. What I will say is getting my heart broken, I feel like it released the most powerful version of me. I say this all the time, like, every dude I've talked to, I just feel like I'm just going to feel completely with you. Like, I say this, but like Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith changed my life with that Red Table Talk, Bad Marriage for Life. Because she was like, you know, I feel like I enjoy every experience to the fullest. And when that experience is over, I'm not sad because I know the next great experience is coming. And I really internalize that. So I can look back on the experience and be like, oh, I think I like that guy better than this one or this. But I had a good time with everyone.
I feel like a heartbreak is going to see me again for sure. I don't know when or how or whatever. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? I just know myself and I know that I am a lover girl for sure. And I just don't know if I can assuredly say that I'm never going to experience that again, because I know how deep I could get with a boy.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a true love for me, or I feel like I will experience true love. And I feel like if I have the opportunity to experience true love, I also have the opportunity to experience great heartache. So I kind of am just like open for that possibility. Obviously, I don't want to, but I just feel like I'd rather prepare myself than be just in shock and all like, oh shit, bitch, I never thought I'd experience this again. Like, no, little do you know, bitch.
And I want to make it clear, I still be sad. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm a shit, like I don't feel feelings. Like, I still be sad when things don't work out. But also another thing about like having gone through the motions and really like force myself to feel everything is I know that depending on how much I like a nigga, I might be down bad for 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. That all depends on how much I like him. But I know I know the time frame. Like, you know, when you get your first heartbreak, it's when is this going to end? Like, you know, you kind of learn how to thug it and be like, I'm gonna be okay in the next month. Like, I know I gotta give myself 3 weeks. I'm gonna be straight. Like,
I think the way I would deal with said potential heartbreak is gonna be vastly different than how I dealt with it in my earlier years. Because I think in my earlier years, it crippled me almost.
Really?
And it was very difficult for me to move on. Whenever something would happen to me, I would just be so down, and I would start to internalize it and feel like, what did I do? But why me? I feel like why is this happening to me? Like, I feel like I'm such a good girl. I'm such a good girl. Like, why am I dealing with all this heartbreak? And it's like, girl, get over yourself. Who do you think you are, bitch?
Well, you're that bitch. I feel like
but like, you're still gonna get heartbreak.
You're still gonna get
like,
heartbreak.
It's okay, like, you're fine, bitch. It doesn't mean anything about you.
Yeah.
It's not a you thing. And so once I realized that, it's been so much easier. Like, after I've kind of digested that and realized how that works and moved on, and I started to date again in post Noah, I felt like I was able to have a situation where it's like, okay, this shitty thing happened. I'm no longer dating this person.
Yeah.
Youch. But I'm okay. Like, I'm not out the game for weeks on weeks on weeks. I'm not crying days and nights. Like, nah, like, that hurt my feelings. I'm feeling that. Tomorrow, where the hood niggas at?
Where the hood niggas at?
Like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. So,
I credit my mom with the way that I handle things, because when my relationship imploded, she came in my room. I was crying. Mind you, when I found, like, when my ex told me he cheated on me and all this, like, this shit, like, that day, I was at my mom's house, and this was during COVID. I ran in her bathroom and threw up, because I'm one of the people, like, high emotions. I have physical reactions. I literally yacked.
Because I definitely will throw up.
Like, I threw up, bro. Like, and I like
actually, this is too much.
This is too much. I'm in my mom's lap. I'm sobbing, like, bawling. And so she said, you have 1 week. And I mean, this lady, shout out to Miss Lindy, went and bought me the biggest fucking bottle of Patron she could find, and let me sit in the room and drink and cry for a week. This is so TV coded. And on the 7th day, she rose. She came in my room and said, call your friends. You cannot do this anymore. And I have pictures from that day. Like, me and all my friends went to downtown Sacramento, frolicked around. I looked so pretty because she was like, get cute, put makeup on, all the things. And she was like, you know, use this as your fuel. And I think that I took that and I let it motivate me, because honestly, no tea, no shade, I started making TikToks. Like, that was the era where I was like, oh, let me try and find something to get all this energy out. And I think, like, how I handled that is reflected in how I handle all adversity whenever people are mean on the internet. Like, okay, well, now I have to go harder. Like, now because I have all this energy in myself, because whether you want to acknowledge it or not, that sadness is energy. It can be put into something else. You don't have to just lay there and wallow in it. And I just kind of look at, like, how things have gone for me in terms of deciding to move to Texas, deciding to do social media, doing all this, everything for the plot, blah, blah, blah. Like, that situation has honestly led me directly to where I am, like, today. And not in a bad way. Like, I was just talking to Kusi about this. I I'm thankful for that situation now because hindsight, there are so many offshoot things I learned about myself and how to process emotion for like to be 29 and being in the spotlight and having people have an opinion of like, I can link everything back to like, okay, there's a web. It's a web, like all of that.
There's always a web, dude.
It's always a web, Dad.
When I make decisions, especially important decisions, I'm very, very keen on following your intuition. There are like signs, personally, this is just a me thing. I don't know if everybody feels this way, but I truly feel like there be like glaring signs for the way in which you should go. It's almost like, bitch, the yellow brick fucking road. Like, bitch, do this. There's a reason you keep getting led to this one decision. There's a reason you keep having this voice in the back of your head saying, do this, do this, do this. Bitch, do it. Like, and if it doesn't work out, or if it's steering in the wrong direction, or if you feel like, it didn't go the way you planned, I still feel like you made the right decision, because this, even the thing that's going wrong was supposed to happen so that it can lead you into this direction. Exactly. And that's how I view everything. Like, anytime something is going wrong and I'll be down, I'll be like, fuck, why is this happening to me? Then I'll be like, well, when you change your perspective.
Let me lock in. No, like,
when you change your
perspective.
That's like, he ate that. Like, yes, like,
literally.
Actually, I could sit here and wallow in this pain, or I can realize, hey, there's a reason for this. Let me lock the fuck in and let me change course. Like, bad things happening to you is also a part of the plan. You cannot have a perfect fucking life, bitch. This is not TV. This is not Disney Channel.
Works. It's really not. Even the Disney Channel bitches don't have perfect life.
Shit. Hello? You have to go through conflict so that you can get resolution. You have to have these bad things happen so that you can learn these lessons, so that you can know how to navigate and maneuver. And sometimes I feel like we have this conversation of, why me, why me, why me? And it's like, well, why not? Like, why do you think you're above having bad things happen to you? Why do you think that bad things are only reserved for all these other people? Why do you think that you're above having shit happen to you? Like, that's fucking life, girl.
I believe in balance.
Dust those goddamn knees off and get back.
I believe in balance. You have so much good. You got to have some bad. It's okay.
The yin and the yang.
Right. And that's when I say I take everything back to that, like, even how I handle things that I don't like that are happening to me. Like, I'm definitely, I take that to myself. I have a couple days to cry. Like, even down to, this is going to get like real dark, but when my dad got his dementia diagnosis, I took like 48 hours and was like, everything's different now. This, like, nothing is going to be the same. Right. And after that, I said, okay, now what do we do? Because we got to figure out what the fuck, like, we can't change this.
Yeah.
I have to figure out what the fuck to do. Like, I am so thankful that my mom, like, really taught me to, hold space for the emotion, process it, feel it, because bottling it up isn't going to do anything for you, like, but kill you. Honestly, like, it's going to kill you. So you need to feel it, but don't let it, like, dictate your life. Like, just because you're upset and sad, don't let it allow you to make a bad decision that's going to affect you 10 years from now. Because the pendulum has to switch. It has to get better. Yeah. Damn, so many sliding mirrors and glasses.
Make sure you have Windex on you at all times. You never know you have to slide that glass.
And look out of it and don't have no motherfucking smudges.
Stay vigilant.
We're going to take a break.
And we're back.
You ever be thinking about, like, what life would be like if you weren't a mom? Because I feel like there are points in time that, like, when I took Little Moms on, post Little Moms and during her, people around me were telling me, like, this has changed you. Like, I don't know if you can see, but this experience, you having to take care of a child, has literally changed you. And, like, now on the other side of things, I can kind of see it in myself. But how different do you think you would be? Like,
so interestingly enough, me being a mom plays right into the life I planned for myself so long ago. Like, that was the least surprising thing that has ever happened to me. I feel like I have predicted almost every part of my life, truly and honestly, because I don't know if it's prediction or plan also, because I have always had an idea of what I want my life to be like and what decisions I want to make. And being a mom was always a part of the plan. I've always wanted to be a mom. I've always wanted to have child/children. Like at some point, that was always in the works. Obviously, the way in which things happen sometimes differ. Like, okay, I didn't necessarily think it was going to happen this way, but still all a part of the plan. Like me finding out I was pregnant was the least shocking thing that ever happened to me because I knew I was pregnant from the moment I was in inception. Everybody would tell you, like, I literally, the story of me finding out I was pregnant is so funny because I had a pre-scheduled OB appointment already. I went to the doctor. I said, girl, make sure you get a pregnancy test because I am pregnant. I want you to know that I'm pregnant. And she was like, okay. They ran the pregnancy test and it was negative because it was still too early to tell. She was like, well, it's negative. I said, oh, girl, I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm pregnant. I knew that. I just knew. And literally a week later, I took a pregnancy test, positive. Oh my gosh, how shocking. Like, I literally just knew. And I just be knowing things. I don't know, y'all. I really am that so Raven. I really am psychic. I predict so many things. I know when things are going to happen. So sometimes the shock that I'm feeling is more so, I can't believe I keep predicting this shit right. It's not really like, oh my gosh,
really
I can't believe this
psychic,
is
guys.
Like,
literally, I'm gonna have a vision. You know,
I am psychic. I truly know things that are going to happen. I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of very serious gut feelings about things, and I don't be wrong a lot. And sometimes even when I'm wrong, it's like, well, I could have been right. It's just how I feel.
I could still be right.
I do feel like in an alternate universe,
you was correct.
What's interesting, in an alternate universe, I feel like I would always be a mom. My life would just look different in general.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like in an alternate universe, I'm a plastic surgeon.
Oh. I used to want to be a plastic surgeon so bad. You know, Dr. 90210, I used to love that show with Dr. Ray.
Yeah. That was actually my first career choice.
Yeah.
When I went to Hampton, my major was biology. I was pre-med, y'all, for 2 weeks.
I was going to say.
Then I said, bitch, please. Girl.
This
Come
is
on
hard.
now.
I can't do that.
Oh, y'all are too serious. It's like real deal. Like pre-med students, y'all be so for real. Like they do not be playing. And for me, I just be wanting to do it just to do it. And no shade, I still feel like I could be a plastic surgeon. I watched Dr. Miami on Snapchat. I could do a boob lift. I could do a tummy tuck. I really could. I could do a fucking BBL. I really could.
Know how to sew, so I could really stitch you up very well.
Like, I literally used to watch that shit. Like, I could do that shit. But yeah, I would do that. I feel like there's so many different alternate versions of me. What?
When I was a kid, I had this baby doll that had like rubber skin for the effect of making it feel real. And so when I was watching Dr. 90210, I cut her up and re-sewed her. And she looked like Chucky. And then my mom didn't know didn't know I was doing this, but she knew I liked Dr. 90210. She saw, my doll's name was Lucy, by the way. She saw Lucy. I wish I still had.
Annabelle.
Wait, my mom said, what the hell? Mecca, I just remember, Mecca, what did you do? She thought I was like some type of psychopath. And I was like, oh no, I was doing her stitches like Dr. Ray does on Dr. 90210. And she was like, oh, okay, let's get you in a stim.
I was literally just giving her a nose job.
Like, not a psychopath, an aspiring doctor. Great. Then she made me take a tour of Meharry Medical College.
Like, yeah, she said before, she was still scared. That's why she took you slightly.
Right,
before this bitch really get with the brain, let me really
to the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah. So in an alternate universe, what do you feel like you would be? Like, who do you think you would be in an alternate universe?
I feel like kids are something that I've always kind of been indifferent to. Like, I've never envisioned myself like pregnant, if that makes sense. You know how some girls are like, oh, I know what I've never done that. I don't know what I would look like pregnant, probably big as a house, but like, and fucking wide spread ass nose. And I'm already.
My nose was the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Mind you, Jamila wasn't big. God. Jamila is like 5 feet tall and she was 89 pounds when I met her. She was all of 130 pounds. I'm talking, I might bang 210.
No, I weighed 166.
That's what I weigh now.
Before I gave birth. But that is
what I weigh now.
Me, y'all, pre-pregnancy, I was 100 pounds.
I know. That's why I'm saying you were saying,
so
like,
it's like
you're big for you, but I'm actually big. Like, okay, exactly. You gained 60 pounds. I gained 60 pounds. That's 200 plus. So I'm saying, like, I can kind of think what I would look like. I don't know. Nose look like a fucking bell pepper. Lips just to the sky, girl.
Ooh, I was spread, baby. I was
spread. Oh, spread. That's why I've never. So I feel like I could have kids or I couldn't. Honestly, after Little Moms came to live with me, I was like, okay, totally good on the child experience. Got it. You know, experienced it. Felt the joy of motherhood. Like, if it happens for me again, excellent. If it doesn't, also excellent. Like, I feel completely satisfied. Like, my thirst has been quenched. But that's not to say that I wouldn't still have a baby. So I feel like the alternate, how you said the alternate versions of you, they definitely have kids. I feel like there are different versions of me. Because as such a go with the flow ass bitch, I could see myself, Tracy Ellis Ross, no kids. I could see myself married to a Nigerian with 5 kids. I could see myself married to a nice man from Texas with 1 kid. Like, I can see a bunch of different things. So I don't know. I think it really just depends on who I end up with, honestly. Yeah. Which will determine whether the kids come.
For sure. I also feel like, so when I was younger, okay, let me preface this by saying I truly think that children are super tapped into many different realms. This is my tinfoil hat moment.
Wait, before you start yours, you know mine. Do you know this? I have a son as well. No, I really do. I had a spooky bitch tell me I have a son. What? And my abortion. But wait, no, I even forgot to say this part, that this is how untapped into children I am. My abortion baby daddy, I knew I was pregnant that weekend because a spooky bitch came up to me in the club and told me I need to be careful because my son, he wants to come back. Like, this has been my baby in a past life. And lo and behold, I was pregnant. And like, in the time,
you said,
hell no.
Not yet. Not now.
Little nigga gonna have to wait. And he would have been.
It still ain't your time,
baby. It still ain't your time, son. Sunshine, still ain't your time. But then in the pictures that I took from that weekend, because it was my birthday weekend, it's like these little orbs in the picture. It's really freaky. It's like these little orbs in the picture that's so crazy. And then even one of the time, I don't know how much I believe this, but when my abortion baby daddy was trying to get back with me like years ago, he was talking about, I had a dream about our son. He came to me. I said, I bet the fuck he did. So yeah, every time I'm in business, I always you need to pull out because I got a son that wanna.
I got a son waiting to be born.
I got a son waiting to be born, and that little nigga done tried to come back before, child.
That's actually insane. That's fucking crazy. That is not even what I was gonna say, but okay. I was gonna say, so this is my tinfoil hat theory of spookiness, right? I truly feel like children are tapped into different realms, whether that be the spiritual realm, different universes, different realms, right? They are so tapped in because if you ever just listen to Noah speak, I'm telling you guys, it's spooky-ooky. So I say that to say, when I was younger, I used to claim that I was going to be so many different professions. Like, that was one of the things that I was known for. Ask me what I was going to be when I grow up, and it was going to be a different answer every goddamn time. Like, you can ask my parents. Like, it was just a known thing that I would just say any goddamn thing. And I would also just be very, very, like, assured. I was always very confident in myself as a kid. And that, like, maintained, like, I've always been very, like, no, I'm going to do this. And I would do it. Like, so I think that I've maintained a level of, like, not even discernment. I don't know what word it would be called, but just really knowing what you're going to do and doing it. Intuition, I suppose. Like, I've always had that, and I definitely maintained that. It's just been kind of limited and narrowed to something that makes a little bit more sense for my current reality. But I think that was my child me's way of saying, you're going to do all of these things in different universes, bitch. So in an alternate universe, I'm a bus driver. I am. That was one of my main career goals as a kid. I wanted to be a bus driver.
Bus drivers make a decent living, and they're technically state workers.
That's all I wanted to do.
They work for the state.
I used to say I was going to be a police officer. I don't know what kind of fuck ass shit I was talking about then. But in an alternate universe, I'm a bitch ass pig.
Blue Lives Matter, Jamila.
Hello? There's a couple of realities of me out there. And here's my second theory. I truly believe that when we experience deja vu, our universes are aligning in some sort of way, and our consciousness is starting to disconnect and reconnect. And that's why it feels like, wait a minute, what's going on here? What's going on here? Our universes are aligned in that moment.
I feel
and
that.
we are experiencing that universe together.
I do agree. I do agree that children are way tapped in. I think that if you watch that, what's that one TikTok trend where it's like the kids be either talking to a ghost of like someone they've never fucking met because they're 2 years old and that person died 5 years ago and they know exactly who the fuck that person is. The most recent one I saw was of a little baby girl. She was like one. She was walking age, but she was still very little. And she was like, "Mommy, your daddy said he missed you. He's right there." And she was like, "What?" She was like, "Yeah, your daddy with the beard. He's right there. He said he misses you. He loves you." Like, it was freaky as fuck. But then also, if I think about myself as a child, I was pretty tapped in. I still feel things now, but like the way I think, like there's too much proof, and my proof is the way how I reacted and told my mom. So it's like the things I was telling my mom, I can't explain those. Like I slept with my mom until I was 8 years old because there was people in my room. And although I don't remember seeing any people, I definitely remember going in my room and feeling heavy presence of like people in my room. I was like, not sleeping in here for real. And even then it would be like when I would go to my mom's room, I wouldn't feel as many, but obviously I felt safer because my mom was right next to me, but I would still feel like one or two, like still in here, but my mom's right here. So fuck off, like that type of shit. Also, when I was a kid, I saw my grandma like right after she died. Mind you, she died in our house. And then after she passed away, when she went into hospice, they bought her in a the hospital bed in her room. And then her cute canopy, she let them put it in my room. So like went into my princess theme. So that was like one of her last little gifts to me. And like after she died, I saw her sitting on my bed and I was like really freaked out. I wasn't even freaked out. I was just confused because my aunt Lola had explained death to me. And she was like, your grandma's in heaven. She's watching over you. And I like me and her used to do tea parties and shit in my room. So I remember I looked at her. I was like I didn't say anything, but I was like more so like
something ain't right.
What are you doing here? They said you were dead. And I remember saying like I just looked at her and did this. And she just smiled at me and I was like, okay, period. Because my grandma was like a very sweet lady. She had like sometimes like she didn't feel like talking because she was one of those, old people. They just be like, And as a talkative ass child, so often she would do that. Turned back around, she was gone. Said, wow. So yeah, shit like that be happening. I definitely think kids are tapped in.
Like, it's so weird. They're so tapped in. Like, and it's like we don't realize it because you'll miss it also. That's the thing. You'll miss it. So Noah is 4. So he's a toddler and his speech is he's gathering his speech, right? He's learning as he goes. So there'll be some sentences that are very coherent. You can understand exactly what he says. And the other sentence, girl, I don't know what the hell he say. Okay, gibberish. Just I don't know what the fuck he be saying. And so sometimes, and if you live with toddlers, you know this. Sometimes you ignore them. You do. Because they just talk. They just say things all day long. But sometimes you'll hear them say something and you have to lock in quickly. Don't acknowledge. Let me tell you something. If you want to witness them having a interaction with a realm, don't pay too much attention. Just lock in with them ears. Because I'm telling you, you are going to hear some freaky stuff. And it's so interesting to me. It doesn't scare me. I've told y'all I've dealt with the spiritual realm so
Noah
much.
has said that you have to lock in.
By far, when we had buried my grandmother most recently, we were getting into we had just put her into the hearse. We were finna go to the cemetery. And Noah, he's in my arms. He's pointing across the field. He goes, Nana's right there. Nana's right there. There's nothing across the field, obviously. I'm kind of ignoring him because obviously we're all distraught. He keeps saying that Nana's across the street. He's like, that's Nana right there. And he starts waving at her and smiling and talking. And we're all kind of just like, it was heavy. It was like, boom, fuck. So we're just like, what the fuck?
Meanwhile,
so then,
he's like, hey, girl.
Like, literally.
You look
So
girl.
afterward, after we buried her, we went to the cemetery. It was kind of far away. After we did that, we buried her. He starts talking about her again. And then he says, he's like, yeah, Nana's at the beach. Like, mind you, it's like Noah does not really have a concept of some of the things that he be saying. That's how I know this is like, he's just talking unprovoked. He's like, Nana was at the beach. She was at the water at the beach. She was smiling. She was smiling. Freaky. And there's a cemetery close to where I live, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is funny, but it's also spooky. One day we were driving, and sometimes he does it, sometimes he does it. It just depends on the day. One time we were driving by, I kid y'all not, Noah goes, look at all those people.
What
This
people?
me driving.
What people?
I didn't even want to look.
I don't want to see no
Look
people.
at all
No
the people. The people.
Look at all these chickens.
He says that often whenever we drive by cemeteries. Like he's done it a couple of times. And he's mentioned my grandmother a few times at home. Like, you know, couple of weeks, months after she's passed. And it's not because I was talking about her. He'll just unprovokingly be like, something, Nana. And I'll be like, wait, what? And then he'll be like, what? And but it's so interesting. That's why I say sometimes you can't engage them too much because I truly like it'll escape them. He'll be telling you something or he'll just be talking. Then you'll be like, wait, what did you say? And he'll be like, huh? Like he'll be confused too, bitch. I don't know what I'm saying. I was just a vessel. Those kids are vessels.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you interrupt them too much, it'll be gone. Sometimes you have to just lock in and listen.
Yeah, that makes
sense.
Spooky
ooky, but it's cool. I don't know.
I can't wait till, well, that's a bad reason to have a baby, but I would have a baby so I can be connected to the other side. What the fuck's going on, man? Let me know what they're doing. Need to get Noah some fucking tarot cards.
Listen, we're tapped in. You know, we're a very listen, I wish that I could focus on my powers a little bit more. But then maybe I don't need to do that because then I'll be too powerful for my own good. But
maybe.
Just know that's so Raven. I'm coming for you, bitch. I see the future.
Whenever stuff gets too heavy, I'd be like, don't do that. Because it's like, even though you know, it's like, please. Like, I remember when I first moved into my old house before this one, and Lil Moms used to swear up and down that shit was haunted. And I couldn't even, like, acknowledge that because when I first... Yeah. She was like, there's a lady in my room. And I'd be like, no, there isn't. Like, whole time.
There probably is.
The first night I moved there, this is when my dad's still living with me, right? And this is right when his dementia started showing signs. First of all, I would be coming in from work, that nigga in there talking to somebody. Now, it's easy to explain away, like, who the hell you talking to? But then he would be like, oh, I was talking to... And then he would be like, And then the first night I spent the night there alone on an air mattress because they were going to move my stuff in. My dad had stayed in my old house. I had like a little table that I had them bring a table. Swear on everything I love. I put like a lip gloss or something in the middle of the table, just putting stuff down randomly. I watched the shit fly off like someone had.
Oh, they was fucking
No,
with
I
you
was
for
gonna
real.
say, and it was my first night, and I had to do something. I said, hey, I come in peace. We ain't gonna do all that though. We ain't gonna do all that. Y'all don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with you. But I mean, like, clearly someone went, bow, all this shit. I said, oh, shit.
The funny thing about spirits, it's like every time I talk about this with people who are really scared of it, it's so funny to me because they'll be like, shut up. That was me.
It's like, what you supposed to do? The shit's already on the ground.
I want you to know that whether you see it happening or not, the spirits are everywhere, baby.
They're
You cannot.
everywhere.
There's no such thing as a haunted house. Every house you go to is haunted. I hate to break the news to you. Now, some houses are more
Active.
filled than others
Active.
because some spirits kind of just mingle and just walk in and out. Some spirits be up in there, bitch, and they live there.
Nigga,
and it is
you ever been
spooky.
sitting on your
But
bed
once
and
you had,
hold the hell on.
have I've not only felt the sloop of somebody sitting down, I've seen the dent.
And see, when they be doing stuff
I've
like
had
that,
many of occurrences.
like
I've had many of occurrences.
I can keep it cool, but I be Shay. Be calm. Don't do too much. Stay calm.
I'm so used to it these days. I just be like this.
That's as far as I can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay now. All right now. It's so interesting and so funny. Like, damn, yeah. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, y'all. And I know y'all don't want to hear me say this, but it is what it is. Most of the spirits and spooky ooky things that you experience, they're not bad. They're not bad. You would know if you encountered
You can feel that.
something dark.
Listen,
You'd know.
this is to all my Christians. How y'all catch the Holy Ghost in church? You you start that stepping and shit, and you don't think a little ghosty ghost can be in your house, but you just had a spirit come and use your body as a vessel so you can run up and down the church house. What's the difference?
Hello.
It's just okay. Well, if it could do this, it could do that. All the hooting and hollering, all the hootering and
All that
hollering,
hoot and howl.
all that
All that
hoot
hoot and howl.
Child, what I know is I need Huda and Jeremiah out my villa.
God, and by this time next week,
They will be.
they better be out of my fucking
My
villa. God
goddamn
damn it.
villa.
Mark my words.
Well, shit. Let's spin it.
We're going to take a break. And we're back.
Welcome to our segment Spin It, where we take your nasty, low-down, messy, gutter snipe, salacious situations and put a little PR spin on them. Now, full disclosure, Jamila and I are not PR professionals. We just studied communications in undergrad, and we love to give everyone a little personal PR spin to help them get through their mess. Remember to email unhingedandimoralpod@gmail.com. And in your emails, don't forget to include your race, your sex, and your ages. These things are important. Also, maybe add where you live, because that also is going to influence what we tell you. Jamila, what do we have this week?
This is an update to last week.
Ooh. Wait. We need to explain the situation. We can't assume that they listened last week.
So Angela is the girl. So Angela went out with her friend Tatiana. They had fell out at some point. Then they rekindled their friendship. Tatiana has a friend named Alex who is gay. And now they're a little trio. Tatiana is dating a nigga, Louis, who is poly.
A swinger.
A swinger, poly, whatever.
He fucks multiple people.
Right? And she's cool with it. Tatiana, they all go out. Tatiana goes to the restroom. Angela starts dancing on Louis. Alex records them, and it kind of becomes an issue. But she makes it up with Tatiana. Tatiana was like, it's cool, girl, whatever. But she was kind of feeling like she don't know if she should be cool with Alex anymore. That's kind of weird.
Yes,
That's the
yes.
gist.
There we go.
All right, so boom. Louis has a girlfriend, from what I understand, and he's still friends with my friend. So I understood they were just cool.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't nastily go to Alex or anything. I asked him if I was wrong or something, and he said, no, fuck it, who cares? With Alex, he talks so bad about Tatiana. He reads Tatiana for filth every time he gets upset. Not saying they're friends, but he thinks she's beneath him. Me and Tatiana fell out because we went to brunch and they met some guys. I had a boyfriend at the time, so I wasn't taking any of them. I wasn't talking to any of them. They wanted to go back to their Airbnb, and me, the only driver, I said no, and they lost their mind about it. I'm not going to a bunch of men's Airbnb. I have a man, and that's wild, LOL. Update. I haven't spoken to Alex since that night like that. He did invite me to his birthday party next week, so we will see how that goes.
Okay.
That's the update.
Okay, so you know what? Let me just say this. And again, these people are in their late 30s and 40s. I don't understand why they were so mad at you when they could have called an Uber.
Right.
That is a little, I ain't gonna lie, Angela. You low-key done redeemed yourself. Because now, hold
Yeah,
on.
like, okay, I would have been like,
no, I have a
what the hell?
boyfriend. Y'all let
And to fall out
for
from
that
that
is-
is
that's
dumb.
dumb.
That's such a dumb falloutable
that's stupid,
thing.
especially at 40.
So I can see how you are kind of just like y'all are unserious
like
to
y'all
begin
are
with.
unserious, and you're dating a swinger with a girlfriend, and he asked me to dance, and I just threw some butt on him. That
Yeah.
should have you should.
I still personally wouldn't have danced because that's just me.
yeah. But I feel like
However,
should have added why you fell out last week, because it would have added to the context of you feeling like they're unserious and examples to add up how they're unserious. But what I will say is what I took from this is that these people are incredibly male centered. So you dancing with one of them's quote unquote man was always going to be an issue because they center men. Because the fact that women would expect if we're like your homegirl who got a man, yeah, you might invite her out, and maybe depending on y'all dynamic, maybe you ask her to be a wing woman and keep it cute so you can do a 2-piece or a 3-piece. But even it gets to a point, and at a certain age, it's like, I'm not even gonna ask you to do that. We too grown for that. And again, I think they said they were in their late 30s, early 40s, somewhere in there. So it's like
they were.
Y'all too grown for this type of shit. Getting mad at me because I ain't take you to a nigga Airbnb.
It feels like these two people are not your besties.
And they don't get fucked for real. Because I feel like if you're really getting dick, this is stupid. This is stupid. Bitches who really get... That's what I'm saying. You could tell when bitches not used to getting niggas. Like, because going crazy over not going to one group of niggas Airbnb, it's like...
Like, come on, the niggas is there. Why you not coming?
Like, okay, we can do the same shit next week.
They got the Hennessy.
Like, this is stupid. Yeah, I'm with you, Angela.
Bitch, I don't want to go.
I'm not talking to that bitch for either. The fuck, bitch?
Yeah, it just kind of sounds like y'all are just like whatever friends, like not that close of friends, which is cool.
Shit, go to his party.
Yeah, go to his party. I mean, like, he's clearly talking shit about Tatiana.
He's clearly talking shit about you,
don't tell him your business. Yeah, don't tell him your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, like... He's messy, you're messy, she's messy, everybody's messy and older and just needs to like find something to fuck on and have a good day.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
this is a really
nothing's that
this
deep.
is a good wrap up though. I'm glad you gave us an update.
Yeah. And we have a new spin it as well.
Okay, great. Because I was gonna say
okay, so
they're gonna get mad at
one.
us.
Right. We heard y'all critiques. Y'all want to update and a fresh one. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sorry. Greetings, girl world. I am a man. I know. Ooh. A man submitting a spin it?
That's crazy.
This is
Okay,
going to
this
be
is
good. Let's lock
juicy.
in, ladies. Let's lock in. I'm a man recently in his 30s. I have been a Mecca Belly follower since 2023. You may refer to me as Barnes. If you so please. I'm typing this from my NSFW email. What does that mean?
Not safe for work.
Oh. How messy is this gonna get? Which is why the URL is what it is, but I needed it to be anonymous.
Ooh.
Okay, to the point. I have a long distance situation with an age mate for 3 years, but we are not yet ready to move in or anything official, given that our situation made it difficult to do so at the moment. But I am in love with her and she loves me as well. We can call her Noble.
Barnes said, I'm finna write a story, baby. I'm gonna give y'all my own names because the bitch ass names y'all come up with ain't good enough.
Okay. I have never had anyone who I feel so open and vulnerable with. We connect on so many levels, and she's truly a once-in-a-lifetime person.
That's right.
I have made it known many times that I want her to be my girlfriend and then wife moving forward once life stops beating our asses and we can make things work. Whilst Noble and I have our connection, we lightly see other people. And while she doesn't like to see my doings with others, she knows that I do what it do. Safely. Then we meet when we can throughout the year. Recently, I met a woman whom I only had intended to have a transactional relationship with.
Ooh.
We can call her Borders. These names, you're such a boy.
He be in the bookstore.
Borders is 21 years old.
Barnes, you're losing me.
Barnes.
Bring it back in.
Barnes.
Immediately. Keep going, Jamila.
Let me continue. Born in 2004?
Barnes.
That don't even sound right.
The year
Ew.
Goodies dropped?
Are you kidding me?
She don't even know the 1-2 step. Barnes. Okay, keep going. We get distracted. Oh.
Okay, let me gather myself. While getting to know each other for comfort and safety purposes, she and I began to really converse, and she impressed me a lot. She's smart, handy, caring, nurturing, sexy, and sweet. Nearly all of the same qualities I love about Noble in her own way. Borders and I have begun to... Something tells me Borders is Hispanic. Let me lock in. Borders...
What?
I just feel like he's trying to give us clues on what these ladies are like.
Noble is black. Noble black.
Noble is black.
Queen.
She's settled and she's a good lady.
Please finish this letter. I can't. We have to do this
Okay.
afterwards.
Okay, let me lock in. Okay, Borders and I have really begun to really like each other, and she wants an official relationship soon. However, I felt weird about our age difference since day one, as you should. And of course, there is my connection with Noble. Should I explore this new relationship idea? And if so, how do I begin to explain or get around the decade in age gap, especially after being vocally anti-age gap for years? Or should I spare this young woman's feelings, knowing where my heart truly is at the moment? I figured I would ask the age gap experts here.
Not only is this nigga, you trying to send a shot, Barnes? Well, first of all, Barnes, as someone who has participated in age gap dating, my one rule of thumb is I believe everyone should be over the age of 25 so that everyone has their frontal lobe. It does not mean it is impossible to get manipulated, but it is less likely because you do have a little bit more experience under your belt. This young woman does not even fall into that category. So that's where we're starting.
Barnes
and Noble. You don't get it? Barnes and Noble. They're books.
And
Borders is the other bookstore. That's why I said he's he's bookish.
Like, you think you're funny?
It was a little funny.
Nigga.
I laughed.
Let me tell you something, Barnes. You like Borders, 21-year-old young ass, because she's hot, fresh. She's the hottest thing
a little Caesar's pizza
happening right now. She's the new shiny thing in front of you. This is the same issue we have on Love Island.
I was going to say, I want to go for the next
biggest and most. She's definitely throwing that thing on you. The thing is, the reason large age gaps don't work is just because you guys do not have anything for each other. You were just talking about you were ready for marriage with Noble. Do you think that 21-year-old bitch is ready for marriage? Seriously? With your old ass? And I say that as somebody who's 29. Obviously, you're not old in life, but you're old to fucking her. She's not going to marry your ass. She's having a good time, and you're probably tricking her ass out.
I feel like
she's having a great time.
Okay, so what Barnes said is that Borders is at the point where she wants a relationship. And see, that's another.
Of course she does. She's 21.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's another tricky thing about dating someone so young, because what you're trying to do in terms of lightly date until your actual person is ready to settle down, someone who is closer to your age is going to understand that and be able to process that better than someone who's 21. That's why this is a dangerous game.
Sure.
She is. I think that you should leave her alone simply because she hasn't even got her feelings hurt hard enough to understand it's possible to just fuck a nigga. She feels like y'all have to be in a relationship.
And when you're that young, like, the thing is, when I'm thinking back to when I was 21 and dating, if I was to be dating a 30-year-old man, which I wouldn't have at 21 because I'm scared of older men.
Honestly,
but
at 21, I thought 30
there,
was old and decrepit and ew. So
yeah. But I did date someone who was older than me, who was 5 years older than me, right? And everything he did, I amped up in my mind times 10, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, this older guy really likes me, and oh my God, I really like him too. And I would totally want to be his girlfriend. But it was more so because of the thought of it versus me actually realizing me and this nigga are not on the same playing field right now. We're just not. And me at 29, I'm telling you, I don't have anything to talk to a 21-year-old about.
I can't think of what me and a 21-year-old man would talk about, or a woman.
And you're saying she impressed you, and that's because you know that she's 21. And so you're looking at her like, little thing, little young thing. And you probably sunning her. And that's also why I can't talk to older niggas, because they always want to be like, what you know about? Well, shut your old ass up. Please, Unc. Damn. You don't even know. Yeah. Let me put you on game. I don't want to be put on.
What you know about this speaker knockers? You ain't even know about no speaker knockers.
You just said out loud that little heifer was born in 2004.
You ain't got no milk in
Are
it.
you fucking kidding
what
me?
Petey Pablo tells Sierra in the year of our Lord 2004? You ain't got no milk in your tongue. Slow down, little one. But you ain't got long.
I'm disgusted.
Like, she doesn't know one, two
She's
steps.
Gen A.
She's Gen
You're
Alpha.
dating a Gen A-er.
That's crazy.
Nigga, please. Nigga, you was born in what?
He said he's 30. So he
95?
95 or 94. Because he said he's 30. He's
Ew,
close to 30.
Nigga. If you don't get you an old bitch, what Monique say? Get you one of them old bitches.
Shannon. And you see what happened. Fucking with them.
It's not gonna end well. It's just not gonna end
mm-hmm.
well. Truthfully speaking, it's not gonna end well. Give Noble a chance and maybe put forth the effort.
It's not even that, because the way I perceived what he was saying was Noble and him are at the point where they're not living in the same place. They're obviously still trying to do career stuff. So right now for them to be exclusive, it is really hard to be exclusive when you're in a long distance relationship. I can speak to that. But like,
I don't think they were long distance.
Didn't it say they were not in the same place?
No, they didn't say that.
Oh.
He didn't say that. My thing is,
oh,
if you feel this way about Noble, why do you all of a sudden feel like you're ready to get a relationship with Borders then?
I don't think he wants to get in a relationship with Borders. I think he said Borders wants to be in a relationship with him, and he's like, should I still?
And he said, he's asking us, should he explore that? No.
Oh, no.
You shouldn't.
I don't think you should. I think you should find another 30-year-old bitch who just wants to fuck. Since you and Noble have come to agreement that y'all are the mains and y'all can have some side pieces, so stick to the plan. That's the problem with niggas.
Stick to the plan.
That's the problem with niggas. Y'all don't never want to stick to the goddamn plan.
Niggas never want to stick to the plan. Like, no, you're supposed to be my man
You're
in a year.
supposed to be my man next year. We agreed on this. Fucking focus. Why would you go get a girlfriend, Barnes? You're Barnes
Like, why
and
would you do
Noble,
that?
not Barnes and Border.
Nigga. Hello? That don't even go together. You know that.
Please go get some 30-year-old in the club who just want to fuck. This is what you do, Barnes. Go get you some heifer who got married or locked in with a nigga in her early 20s. And right now they just broke up and she's on a rampage. You need to find them girls who are your age who are on the rampage because they spent their early 20s when they was Borders age locked down. And now they just want to fuck. That's who you need to find. So you can go ahead, get your rocks off when you need to get your rocks off. And then when Noble and you figure it out, you can go back to your woman. Period.
Exactly.
And
leave that little heifer alone.
And stay away from them ladies under 25, child.
And the thing is, and this is, listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're manipulating this 21-year-old girl. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, at 21, you are easily manipulated, even if that person is not manipulating you. What I mean by that is, she is going to look up at you as an authority figure, whether you intend for that to happen or not. And she is going to start to mold and shape herself into the woman that you want so that you can choose her and be with her. Why do I know that? Because I've been a 21-year-old bitch before.
I mean, women do that who are over 25. Women who are 30 do that.
Exactly. But it's even more drastic when there's such an age gap. She's trying to impress you. Because in her mind, she's like, this nigga's older than me. I can't come like this.
This is the thing.
So she's going to try to seem like she's so independent. She's so smart. She's so witty. She's so mature for her age. You would never even know she's 21.
Yeah. That's why again, pre-25, it's really hard because at least when you're 25, you've been outside for a few years. You've either gone to school, you might have got a couple degrees, or you've been in the work field, your career field for years. You have a better sense of self. And again, not impossible because someone who's older than you can always manipulate you, but it's less likely. When you're 21 and you're still very much finding yourself, This is my hot take. I don't think a lot of people, men or women, go into it like I'm finna manipulate somebody. But like Jamila said, you're so easily influenced and so easily manipulated that the person might, like you said, that might not be their intention of what they're trying to do. But you're gonna find this very young person who's trying to find their way in the world, molding themselves around you, and it's like that's not your intention.
Because at 30.
You already know what the fuck going on. You know what the fuck going on.
You know exactly what your life is.
You know
what I'm saying? You wake up, you get your coffee, you go to your job, you do this. You know exactly what your life looks like.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times when you're 30, especially when you're 30 and up, you're not bending your life backwards for some person you're dating. But at 21, you absolutely will. And you're not even going to say that you're doing it. You're not telling him that, oh, yeah, no, I actually skipped work to come see you. You're not telling him that you did that, but you're going to do it. You do stupid shit like that, call out for a fucking week just to see this nigga. At 30, you're not doing that. 30-year-olds don't do shit like that. They're like, bitch, nigga, I'll see you when I see you. Like,
yeah. See, like you a noble. Nigga, I see you when I see you. You need to find someone else who's going to be like, nigga, I see you when I see you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, make sure you write in. I want to hear an update on this one.
I want an update. I do want an update on that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Boy.
Boy. Make sure to give us an update.
Boy.
Well, look what his not safe for work email address is.
What is it?
Thick dick.
Thick dick. You're right. It's not safe for work.
Barnes.
Thick dick.
Barnes said, baby, he got that girth.
Oh, yeah. That 21-year-old don't know what the fuck going on. He really got that thick dick.
Oh, my God. Because I remember the first...
We should have led with that.
We didn't even look at the email.
You're probably giving her... Oh, my God. You're probably giving her first big, thick,
she
heavy
probably
dick.
has never... Barnes! What the fuck, bro?
That changes everything. You gotta leave her now.
That's why she wants to be in a relationship, because you're fucking her. She's never been
dick
fucked.
You got a third leg?
Yeah, you gotta leave this young lady alone, please.
Oh, yeah, you gotta leave her alone. She's gonna be... Nah, she's actually gonna fuck you up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And she's not even gonna go quietly. I hope you know.
Yeah.
She's
it's gonna be a fight.
He's not gonna go quietly, baby.
She's not letting that dick go.
I'm just remembering the nigga who was fucking me good at 21. Yeah, I'm not coming up off that.
Your first heavy dick will really shape you. You'll be like, wait a minute. I gotta figure this out.
We have to work this out. Good luck.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah, you did that to yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure you give us an update. My God.
I need an update. And a picture. Evidence.
Yeah.
Exhibit A.
Hey, what Jesse do on Secret Lives of Modern Wives? This is his dick.
I just want to know. I would like to give me an honest review of yourself. I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10 what that face is giving. Because if you got that thick dick on you and you're a 9 and up,
and you eat ass,
I fear we have a beast on our hands.
And you did that to someone who's 21.
Yeah, give us your stats.
Immediately, no.
Give us your stats. I need your stats.
Well, this drops on.
Yeah, we need the full rap sheet.
This is a Thursday. This drops on Thursday. You need to be done with that girl by Friday, because you're gonna have to spend the rest of the summer for real getting her up off you, because she's not coming up off you.
She's not done with you yet, nigga.
She's not.
Yeah, you might even get a slash tire out of it.
I did slash a tire at her age.
You want to fuck with them young bitches, don't you?
Listen,
that's what you get. Congratulations, thick dick.
Oh my God. Well, let's get to these comments, child.
We're gonna take a break. And we're back. So we are about to read some of y'all's lovely comments that you all have been leaving under our videos. Make sure you guys are engaging with the content. Are you guys following us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter? Are you guys engaging with the comments? Are you engaging with the content? I really hope so. Ed Shan, I mean, no shade to DC Young Fly, but look at how fast he moved on in comparison to Vanessa Bryant and Nipsey. It's really all about women, anything they can find wrong.
Did he move on?
Yikes. I was going to say, did he move? I didn't know he moved on. I didn't see that.
I haven't seen him with no women, and he's always with his babies on his knees praying, talking about how much he missed Jackie. I just saw that because her birthday just passed.
Yeah,
I feel like he's the only one who ain't got no bitch.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Maybe you think about somebody else, or maybe
he
you
was
misinterpreted
DC.
something. I don't think he moved on, but hey, I don't know.
I believe he's fucking though, probably, maybe. But we wouldn't know about it. Shit.
Lydia says, first off, your Kimis was beautiful, fellow Habesha. The diaspora wars have to stop, child. They never will. At Natatubi said, the gay conversation is hilarious. I'm not going to lie. I understand where Mecca is coming from. The interest is there, but maybe the wind would have pushed her further in that direction given the certain circumstances.
It's a spectrum, guys. Everybody want to say sexuality is a spectrum till it's time for it to be an actual spectrum. And that's all I'm going to say on that.
Well, then you better fuck a bitch by the end of the year. Next. Jade says, any relationship Kanye and Drake been in, 1,000% PR. Side note, I love the way Jamila says puss. Puss. Takes me out every time. That puss. Drico says, happy Pride Month, ? Carla says, the audio is from Harlem Nights. Shout out to the Black women in male-dominated films. Auntie Talkin' was a pimp. LOL.
And so I'll be doing from YouTube, Say It Like It Is, 56-2 said, although I hate it and I'm not falling for it, Jonathan Majors and Megan Good's commitment to the plot is honestly award-worthy. Marriage, ? They
committed to it.
They really did. They locked in. B Boyd. And that's what we're saying. It started out as PR. There was some interest. It took a little further. That's why, like, you get what I'm saying? Mutually beneficial.
Let's go for it.
B Boy 3260 said Jamila is fed up with Mecca. I'm crying. Janelle 8073 said, I firmly believe Ariana and Victoria stopped being friends because Victoria knew she couldn't bring her around her baby daddy. Alyssa _ said, the straight face Jamila gave Mecca, I can't stop laughing. She's not convinced she only dated a girl. Undefined Beauty 2847 said, Jamila said, what did you dibble in, Mecca? No, for real, it's okay. Tavi Talk says, so glad y'all are talking about this at 9 minutes and 49 seconds. Another creator, Real Talk with Yanni, has a theory that Black women are being targeted with hate from bots pretending to be other Black women. And then Deja Omari 9123 said, I remember when my male BFF got shot and killed in high school. We were genuinely friends, no funny stuff. I was so distraught at his funeral. His girlfriends and family was looking at me crazy. I feel like that's different because you were in high school and like the first time you experience death as like an adolescent, it's very traumatic. So like, I don't think that was like necessarily like side chick-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a little different. That's a little different.
Rest in peace to that young man. Memory Unlocked. These are from Apple. FSF29 says, Mecca, the live action Peter Pan was my kid crush too, LMFAO. Only little white boy I ever had a crush on. Love the show. Always feel like I'm sitting with my homegirls.
Exactly. He was T. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And subscribe to our Patreon, $3 a month. Don't forget to write in so we can spin it for you. Shout out to Barnes, Noble, and Borders this week, and Tati, Angela, and Alex last week. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think we have anything else right now.
Absolutely. Unhinged and Immoral is hosted by Jamila Bell and Mecca.
Produced by Melissa D. Montz and Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lawrence.
Production assistant by Melanie D. Watson.
Music by Audie and Brooklyn Billionaires.
And graphics by Claudia Choi.